Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Today I'm going to go through my eyeshadow palette collection. It is kind of crazy big. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this was so that I could pull them all out of the little dresser that I have. It's not really a dresser, it's a nightstand, I guess. I picked it up at Tuesday morning and it has like a design on the front, and I thought it was cute and it was on clearance, so that's why I got it. It had additional off the clearance, which is always good. But it's not organized very well, and I wanted to pull them all out and organize them. So I have them all in tote bags, and they are very heavy tote bags. I have 3 tote bags of eyeshadow palettes with me. I'm not going to film them all today. I don't even know if I'm going to put them all in one video because it might be a crazy long video. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to try to go through one tote bag, and then we'll see where we are and how long this is, and if I want to divide it up and how I'm going to divide it up. So be prepared. The first palette I have is Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. I'm also not going to swatch anything because there are so many, but I will show them. I do really like this palette. It has some beautiful colors in it, and it's a good everyday neutral palette, which is always good. Next is the Urban Decay Shadow Box. I have no order on these, just so you know. This is what it looks like. It has some really fun pops of color in here. I have not used this one nearly as much as I need to because I do like it and I'm excited about it, so I need to start using that. Next up is my Nars Narcissist. This is the Wanted palette. I love this palette. I have used it a lot. It doesn't really look like I've used it a lot, but I have. This is a great everyday palette. One of my go-tos for sure. Next is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted. This is a scented eyeshadow. It doesn't really smell like peaches, but that is what it looks like. I'm not going to declutter anything in this video. I'm just going to kind of go through what I have, and then I might declutter at a later time. But we're just going through because this is more than I can try to think about right now. This is the Lemonade Craze palette from Maybelline. That is the next one. It's actually the same size as the L'Oreal, which I always feel like these are the same company because they're the same packaging basically, but they're not. Next is the CoverGirl Peach Punch palette. This one smells pretty darn good. It is the dupe for the Peach palette. This one is pretty good. I remember liking it. I was trying to see if it was a dupe for the Peach or not. Next is Peachy Mattes, or just Peachy Mattes. Oh, this one smells like, that smells okay, but this smells 10 times better. This is the Too Faced one. I love this palette. I don't like just matte formulas. I am a shimmer girl. I love my shimmer, but I do really enjoy that palette. From Colourpop, we have Dream Street, which is Kathleen Light's palette. Those are the shades. There's some fun pops of color in there, but it is a pretty neutral palette if you cover up the 2 blues and the 1 pink. This is the Yes Please palette. This is another of my favorite palettes. I've used it quite a bit. I do like that it has that yellow, which is really bright. It does have a good bunch of shades to it. It is not quite a neutral palette though. It's definitely for a bolder than neutral look. The My Little Pony palette from Colourpop is another of my favorite palettes. It has such gorgeous colors in it. They did such a good job on this, and the artwork, because it's old school My Little Pony from my childhood. That's one of my favorite palettes all around. Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. I used this yesterday because this is the mini. I haven't used it very much. I think this was the second time I used it. I was so disappointed because this color, the DOCE, There was no glitter left. It's a shimmer shadow. It looked like a matte by the end of the day, so it looked like I had this like kind of muddy because I had this in my outer corner and then this all over the lid. It did not look good by the end of the day, which was very disappointing because that's a kind of an expensive palette. Tarte Man-Eater palette. It's an okay palette. It does have some fairly good neutral shades in it, and it does have that shimmer to it. I don't like it as much as this one, which is the Don't Quit Your Daydream palette. I don't know why, but I just really like these shades better. They're a little lighter, a little pinker in their coloring. If I had to choose one, I'd choose that one. Next is from Alamar. I got this in BoxyCharm. This is, what is this? The Reina del Caribe eyeshadow palette, volume 1. I have not used this palette like at all. I've meant to. I just never got around to using it. So definitely should try to use that one. Same thing with this one. This I got at Below 5. What is it? We don't have them here. 5 Below, that's what it is. We don't have any where I live. So when I visit other places, I go to them. This is what it looks like. It actually has some really pretty colors in it. I haven't reached for it because I got back to teaching and have not been doing really colorful eye looks all that much. Same thing with this one, which I love. This is the Too Faced Life's a Festival palette, which I thought was going to be really cheesy, but this whole collection I was all about. I love this palette. This shade is gorgeous. That shade, oh, that's one of my favorites. It has like that shift to it. I really love this palette. It's definitely one of my favorites. Kat Von D. This one is in its box because it was the special 10th anniversary palette. I haven't used this one either. I just loved the packaging. I thought it was gorgeous. She is a very talented artist. No matter your thoughts on her beliefs, but it's a really pretty palette. I need to try to do some looks with that because it has a bit of everything in it. I have more eyeshadow than I have eyes and time to play with. That is how I'm feeling right now. Another palette that I got in a subscription box. I don't remember what subscription. Maybe it was Boxy. It could have been FabFitFun. I know I got one of these in FabFitFun and I already had it. That is what it looks like. It's just kind of a boring palette, to be honest. This would definitely be one that I would not mind passing along. This is Be Your Own Kind of Beauty shadow palette. You know what? I am going to do that. I'm going to put that in my pass along. I said I wasn't going to declutter, but I'm like looking at it and going, Then we have the Revlon Eyes, Cheeks, and Lips palette. This is Berry in Love. It does have lipsticks in it as well and lip glosses. And then I have the Romantic Nudes. I got these on clearance at Target just because they were on sale. I have not used them at all. Then we have from Revlon, this is a color change palette. I got this because this was part of the collection that had Gwen Stefani as the face of it, and I'm a sucker for Gwen Stefani, so you put her face on something and I'm going to probably buy it, which is stupid, and I realize it's stupid. Next is the glitter palette from Too Faced. I have not used this one either because I need to buy a glitter glue to use the shades, but it was at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. There we go. And I got it because it was on sale. You know what? I'm going to keep the realtor. I'm not going to declutter. I'm going to stay to it. And I'm just going to try to organize and catalog. And then we'll figure out. Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I love this. I love all of my tins of Too Faced. This one smells so good and has beautiful shades in it. I really like it. I like it almost as much as I like my Clover palette. Clover this might be my favorite because it has a little bit of everything, so you could do some really nice neutral looks if you want to go, you have to work, but then you can also have some really colorful, fun, playful looks as well. I think it's a fantastic palette. Chocolate Gold. Oh, this one's so good too. This is another amazing Too Faced palette. The shimmers in here are so good. These 4 mattes are like all you ever need. I could even like do without the black. Like you could put in a dark brown there and I'd be just fine. But it is so good and it smells so good. It smells like chocolate. I really want a hot chocolate right now. Tartiste Pro by Tarte. This is one of the first big eyeshadow palettes I got. It's kind of messy. It's really nice. I need to start using it some more. It's so big though that I have not used it as much as I probably should. Same thing with this one. This is Natural Love by Too Faced. I do like that it has flocking on it, which is kind of fun. And this is what it looks like. It has a little of everything you could use for nudes. Other than the black, I really like the shades in this palette. They're very me, I guess. Lorac Mega Pro 4. I've tried to use this a couple times. It is not my favorite palette, I will admit that. It has some pretty colors in it, but I found them really hard to work with and to make a look that actually looked good. So that could be a me problem too. Too Faced Christmas in New York, the chocolate shop. I think I used my 25% off from Sephora, or $25 off for this palette. And I do love this palette. It smells good because it smells like chocolate. It has some nice shades in it. It's basically has everything you could want in it as well. Blushes and highlight and bronzer included. Kind of like this one, The Best Year Ever, which was the next year. I like the colors in this one better because there's some pops of color in there. I do really like this one. I took this one to Salt Lake. It's called FanX now, but the first year I went was Comic-Con, and they just had some really fun stuff in there. So I used that the weekend. Beauty and the Beast by Lorac, Tale as Old as Time. It looks like a book. I have not used any of these shades. I have not tried to use this at all. Definitely got this as a collector's piece. Probably should try to use some of the shades though. Try it out. But just haven't gotten around to it. Cargo Cosmetics. This is, what was this called? The Blockbuster eyeshadow palette. This was on sale the day after Thanksgiving. So Black Friday at Kohl's, and it was like, I don't know, it was cheap, and it's like a ton of eyeshadows, just a ton of them. So that's what it looks like. It has a lot of different colors in it. I have not used it. This is a little pathetic. All right, one that I got because it's a collaboration and it's Jane Austen related. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by ABH Cosmetics. It still does have the seal on it. That is what it looks like. Let's see. We'll take the plastic off the front so that you can see. That is what it looks like. So, not the most fun, but I like the packaging on it because it says Pride and Prejudice. I ignore the zombie part because I read the book and I didn't like the book, so I didn't watch the movie. Sugar Plum Fun by Too Faced. I think this one is very pretty. I have not used it very much, but it does have some nice colors. I love my Too Faced shadows. I have so many of them now. And to think, like 2 years ago, I didn't really have a collection. Makes you think, huh? Elizabeth Arden. This is, I don't know, it was part of their holiday set last year. I love how it's laid out. It has some great colors in it. I need to use them because I haven't used it at all. Urban Decay. This one I have had for a while. This is, what is this called? I don't know what this is called. This is an older palette. It has its little sponge applicator. So it has some interesting colors. Mildew is my favorite. I like Last Call too. Grifter. Old school. I've had that one for a while. Also had this one for a while, but have never used it. It is the Dancing with the Stars palette. That is what it looks like. Let's see. That is what it looks like. Very cute, but never used it because I got it as a collector's. I also have the cardboard cutout that they had in Ulta of this, and it's like a full size of a dancer. I have that somewhere. Other gigantic palettes. I have this one from Urban Decay. This is the Shoot. I don't remember what it's called. It was the one that they came out with last year that has all the metallics on it, more neutrals on one side, more crazy colors on the other side. I don't think I've even swatched any of them. Gosh, that's pathetic. I need to start using some of these. Lorac, Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the packaging on this. It is amazing. It is one of my favorite packages. And it also has like in here where the drawer where you can put the cheek palette. Do I have the cheek? I do have the cheek palette in there. I did not include the cheek palette in my face palettes. But that is what they look like. They're gorgeous. Yeah, I like that you can store that there. All right, so here's what the shadows look like. There's some interesting colors in there. I have had a hard time making the shades like and looks with the shades. That's my problem with it. I don't know where to start with that. Okay, let's try to put this on my lap now so that I don't have to bend over quite so far. Another collector's piece. This is the Besame book. It is gorgeous. Best packaging. Has all the stuff on it telling you how to make the look. And then we go to the back and there are all of the shades, and it does have plastic over it that's attached. So that is what it looks like, and it does have its little slip cover, which I keep it in because I want it protected. I want to get some space where I can actually display things like that. From Marc Jacobs, this one is the Tease palette. That is what it looks like, all of the purple shades. Then in here next we have another Marc Jacobs. We'll do this one. This is like the most bulky packaging ever, and I haven't figured out how to pot this very easily. It has this in it, and then it has this over it, and I just like massacred the highlighter. That was not good. That is what it looks like. I just gouged the highlighter, you can see it. Some nice colors. I just never reach for it because of the packaging. And it's hard because I don't know how to protect the shades if I take them out of all of the packaging. So I don't know. Next is my Supernatural Join the Hunt palette from Hot Topic. That's where it's from. Couldn't think of the name of the store. Pull that off. I have not used this at all because I got this also as a collector's piece. So you got a lot of different colors in there. I was really disappointed that there was no shade called Moose, which I think other people were too. I think they've done another one of these as well, but I have not been in Hot Topic for quite a while, so I haven't looked. From Dose of Colors, I have the Marvelous Mauves palette, which I have used a couple times. It was pretty. I should try to use it more often. Makeup Forever. This is the Artist palette. It's a 9-pan. It has those shades in it. It's pretty. I should use it more. I found this one at TJ Maxx, so I got it on a deep discount, which was awesome. This one I love. This is the Jean-Michel Basquiat. I know I'm butchering his name. I did that earlier. I love that it's a piece of art, so you can hang it on the wall just like this when you are done. But I also love the shades in it. They are cool. Just really bright, different types of shades. More of my Too Faced chocolate palettes, tin palettes. This is chocolate bonbons. This is my favorite of all the chocolates that you're going to see. I love that pink and that purple. It's a lot of fun. Semi-sweet chocolate I have not used. I just got it not too long ago. I don't think I've even swatched it. So, and I got another one of these for a giveaway. I don't know what I did with it. Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I do like this one too. Has some nice shades, but I don't reach for browns a lot, so I don't reach for these as much as I probably should. These I got, this one I got from BoxyCharm. This is in my first BoxyCharm box. These are Pure Cosmetics, not P-U-R. This is P-U-R-E. They are based out of Raymore, Missouri, which is very close to Kansas City. This is like a dupe for the Naked 3. It is the Buff collection. I also have the Smoky collection. These retail for $50, so they're basically the same as the Naked palettes, but I got these from FabFitFun, the other two, and this is the Stripped collection. That is what it looks like. Like I said, I don't have the Naked palettes. I said that in a different video, never mind. So I'm not sure what ones they are supposed to dupe. I have this from Rimmel, the Magnifique Eyes, I don't know, shadows. This is the London Nudes Calling. They're peachy nudes. They kind of remind me, I think, of the Naked 3 as well. Picked this one up because I just wanted some of the blues in here. This is the Divine palette from Kat Von D. Loved those shades in the middle. Just a little different than what I already had in my collection. From Tarte, this little guy, this is the Happy Girls Shine Brighter. It's just kind of a very boring palette, not gonna lie. Not the most exciting shades in there. If I even used this, I don't think I've swatched this at all. From Ulta Beauty, this was in a, I think, gift with purchase or one of those like $20 with everything in it. They're kind of pretty. I've used them a couple times. I don't remember how they performed though. Soft Glam, one of my favorite palettes of all time. I use this so much. It looks so gross inside. You can tell that I've used it a ton. I use it on a regular basis for work. It's just like my go-to nude palette. Another go-to is the Lorac Unzipped palette. Great colors. Just really, really enjoy this one. I don't know why my coloring is going off. Really enjoy that one. Getting closer to the end, Risk Taker from MAC. I need to use this one some more. I really like that bright pink pop, but I have not used it very much. Next up is my Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. I do own more than one of these because I have one that is in my collector pile that has not been touched. That is what it looks like. I love the colors in this one. This is one of my favorite palettes. I just noticed the back is all patterned too. That's really cool. It's a great palette. It has lots of colors to mix and match, so you can do a wide variety of looks. It's very bulky packaging though. Lorac Pro, this is the Mega Pro, the original. I used this the other day. It had some nice colors in it, but I wasn't really thrilled with any of the shimmers that were in it. So what I actually did was I mixed it with my Lorac Pro 3, Mega Pro 3. I don't have the 2. And I mixed it, and I really went in hard with cider. Dug into it a little bit, and I mixed the two palettes together to get a good look. I have not used them that much because they're a little overwhelming, if I'm being honest. Morphe times Kathleen Lights. I bought this on Poshmark from somebody that I knew on eBay or on YouTube. It was unopened. It was all like wrapped and everything, unswatched. I've swatched it. I have not used it. I really should use it. I like that brown that's almost like a mustard in there. Lorac Dance Till Dawn eyeshadow and cheek palette. Not the most exciting, but some nice colors in there. I should use that one some more. Not use this one. It's Judy Time by Pixie. Found this at TJ Maxx, so that's why I picked it up. Probably should use that one too. Sorry, that was loud. Pure Visionary palette. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this palette. This one is really pretty. I should use this one too. And finally, this is my magnetic palette that I keep in the bathroom where I do my makeup. It's kind of grody, I'm not gonna lie. Not everything is magnetized, so some of them are stuck in there just by manner of being next to something that's tightly packed. So I have blush, bronzer, blush, eyeshadow. These are all eyeshadows. Highlighter, eyeshadow, bronzer, highlighter, blush. These are eyeshadows. That's a giant eyeshadow. Yeah, it's kind of a mess, and I usually use the highlighters and the blush and bronzer more so than the eyeshadows that are in there. I do want to kind of organize all of my things like that because I have a couple other magnetic palettes. I'm going to stop the video here because I do, like I said, have 2 more boxes, or not boxes, totes of palettes. So I'm going to save them and record them at another date because I've filmed a lot today because I'm trying to catch up on filming so that I can catch up on grading, so that also I have stuff for the holidays. So yeah, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Let me know what your thoughts were on this. If you're upset that I didn't declutter, if there's something that you feel like I should declutter. I don't want to just declutter one palette though, so that's why I'm keeping that one. I'm going to give it a try. And if you have a system for getting through these palettes and actually testing them out in a reasonable way, I don't have space for an everyday makeup drawer. I wish I did. I see people's pictures of them. I'm like, dang, that would be nice if you had like just empty 2 drawers and space for that, but I don't have space for that. I am in a very tight quarters. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I will talk to you next time. Bye.